Hello everyone and welcome to a race day event with the Duqueine D08 LMP3. So Le Mans prototype car in the LMP3 category, and we're going to Sebring, and I just want to point out I spent no money on this event. No real world money, only M dollars and gold. There was like a special, I don't know what it was. But for some reason, if you paid $20, you could get the Sebring track in the game. That was about a month ago, and here it is in the game for free. If you did spend the $20, guess what? The track's still not in the game. This is the only event with this track in the game. I've seen it pop up in multiplayer. I didn't have to pay for that either. So if you paid $20 for this track, that was just a waste of money. You should have just gotten like Xbox Game Pass or something and gotten Forza Motorsport there and driven around Sebring with any of these cars. They were all in that game with no grinding for gold or anything. So that was just a little trick from Slingshot and EA to get you to spend $20 for nothing. And if you did, well, sorry about that. Don't be stupid next time. Early access is just a load of shit. There's just no reason to do it. Absolutely not at all. You now have a track that everybody else has for free and is also not in the game. So yeah, it's just that was pretty stupid. But if you fall for it, you fall for it. You should know when you boot up the game it says EA, so you know whatever they are, whatever they're doing there, you're paying for something and not getting your money's worth. That's just EA. Yeah, but okay, enough of that. What are we doing here? Just doing laps in the car. This is just learning the track in this game. It's been a while since I actually played a racing game where I was driving on a Sebring track, so pretty cool track. One of my favorite tracks in across all racing games. I like Sebring. So just learning it in this game and also learning this car because brand new car. So just getting to grips with it. I'm going to put up on the screen what it costs you to complete this event. It is a required PR event. So there's what the upgrades are. You can see it's the suspension in the middle there. You do not have to upgrade to level 3. Everything else to level 3, suspension to level 2. I clicked the button and upgraded my suspension anyway, so I upgraded to all 3s. At the moment I'm driving with no upgrades, just to see what the car's like. I did stage 1 completely with no upgrades, and then at the first time, I think somewhere in stage 2 was the first time that the required PR went above the PR of the car, and I just popped everything up to level 3. Why bother? I want to learn the car on this track with all the upgrades, so by the time it comes to stage 5 I kind of know what I'm doing. So that was because this whole event takes place at Sebring, so it's it's pretty good idea just to upgrade straight to level 3. Except the suspension, you can save yourself. It's an $M upgrade, so it's not terrible. Like, I didn't spend gold needlessly. $M is not difficult to come by, so plus the $M are limited to $250 a day anyway, so you know it's quick and easy to get you $250 a day. So it wasn't the end of the world. Yeah, but just do it from the beginning. Get used to this car on this track because this gets difficult in stage 5. The difficulty does not ramp up. It just like on a nice ramp, sort of like a nice curve or anything like that. It just goes into stage 5 and wow, this just got really difficult. We're being asked to race against and beat hypercars. So yeah, there we go. That was pretty simple. And then we get a given time to finish a lap. It's like 2 minutes, I think. Yeah, 2 minutes 5 seconds. So that's pretty simple. Pretty easy to do in this car. We don't have any bots yet, so there's no trying to dodge other cars or anything. This is really just these first two events is just learn the track and then learn how to go around the track fairly quickly. You see, this corner tricks you. This corner here is a bit tricky as well. That I did was completely wrong. You want to be with this car getting good acceleration out of the corners. It's very important. This car's top speed is nothing. This car, you don't do 300 on this track. Even on the long straights, with a toe and with a push and things like that, yeah, you'll get to 300. But even the speed target events later on are not asking you to do 300 because this car doesn't do 300 very easily. And the difficulty with this is getting this car out of the corners. That's the most important thing. You want to catch the faster cars later on, get this car out of the corners well. The acceleration is the important factor in this car. So, see, I'm still sort of just guessing the track and braking where I shouldn't be, but we've got plenty of time. And I'm also just trying to keep it between the lines. I'm learning, practicing for later on when there's going to be no off track and no damage and those kind of events. So, yeah, but just bear that in mind to get your braking done. Brake early, get your steering done early, and get back on the throttle as quickly as you can. Don't do things like that. That'll mess you up now for the whole start-finish straight. Luckily, we've got plenty of time to play with here. So this event is done pretty quickly, pretty easily. Yeah, no problems there. Oh, Chip Ganassi, crew chief. You can see I've got no upgrades on the car yet. Sometime in stage 2. I think it was after the second race in stage 2. I'm not 100% sure. We'll check that out later. But yeah, this one is average speed. I made a big, complete, total mess of this. You do not need to do what I did. This will be easily done just by going faster around the track. I didn't read that this is one of the shorter circuits. There's 2 shorter circuits. It basically cut the track in half and make 2 separate tracks out of it. This is one of those shorter versions, the version that sort of encompasses the start-finish straight and the main back straight. So I went the wrong way around, thinking, you know, let's do a bit of bot management here. I don't want to come first. You'll see now why you probably won't come first, because look what I didn't expect to be right here. Bang. Head-on collision. These guys are catching me because it's the short circuit. And I'm wondering if this Canadian fellow here, whose name is Paul, I wonder if that's Paul Levesque. Interesting. So, yeah, you don't have to do any of this. Really, you could do this. If you want to, you can. If you really don't want to finish first. But it's not essential. If I had failed this and done it again, I would have just gone completely just from the start without going the wrong way around the track and building up average speed, because you really don't have to. Because like 169, so whatever it is, that's not difficult to maintain on this track because it's short. And you'll see the exact moment where I found out that we're on the short circuit, and it's coming up right about here. Oh, where I'm going, there's a wall. So yeah, that's where I found out. Oh, we're on a shorter circuit. Okay. So you can see that's the only slow section, is where that right-hand corner is, to turn into this section here, which is just, it looks tricky, but it's actually fast and flowing. And back onto the main straight. And even with crashing straight ahead on into a wall and all that, I didn't lose my average speed. So just as well I went backwards because I crashed into the wall. But if you're watching this video and you haven't done the event yet, just be aware that this stage, the third event on stage 1 is the short circuit. I think the next event is also on the shorter circuit. So keep that in mind. Here I'm way above average speed, so I was there we go, just checking 168. Okay, so I'm going for like 169, 170. Okay, 170.2 on there, and easy peasy. Don't mess around and waste time like I did. It's not necessary at all. But I did a bit of a numpty thing there. Right, place first without damage. That becomes a theme. And it gets tricky because some of the order of the cars is a bit weird here. We've got the sort of faster hypercars and the other like LMP cars at the back with us, and the sort of slower GT3 cars, they're in front. So getting through them without damage is tricky. As you can see here, this event, because it's stage 1, I think there would have been a bit of leeway in terms of how much contact you can make, but later on it becomes they can gently tap you from behind, and it seems to do enough damage for you to fail the event. So here we're on the second of the short courses. This is sort of like the front half of the circuit, a bit longer than the previous version of the short circuit here. But yeah, the car, really cool to drive, really fun, slow but fun. I was watching the 6 hours of Spa endurance race on the weekend. Didn't see any Duqueines. Actually, there were no LMP3 cars in that event. It was just hypercars and GT3 cars. So, but still, what a cool race. Mick Schumacher in the Alpine came third, but man, oh man, did he have to fight with that. He was fighting with the Ferraris, he was fighting with the BMW, and proper fighting. I mean, rubbing his racing kind of fighting. Not F1 is crying on the radio about, give me the position back. Oh, he pushed me off the track. Oh, he came close to me. Oh. Fucking babies, those guys. No, these endurance guys were proper racing. Alright, so that's this track. Fairly easy one. This, you can see we're in first place by miles. And yeah, really quick, easy first stage. That's that done. We do get some decent rewards for this. I think a total 75 gold you'll get. For stage 1, obviously just 5 gold, then 10, then 15, 20, and I think 35 at the end. So decent rewards, unlike the last one where we got no gold. Bastard game. Right, that's it for stage 1. Stay tuned for stage 2. And have a good time all the time, guys. And I will see you for stage 2 next time.